Okay, it appears we're live. I think we are live. If anyone in the chat can let me know if we are live. Just a few technical issues. Yep, we are live. Hey, Wendy. Oh, appears we're live. Hixie. Hey, Steve, how you doing, mate? How was your night out? Cool. Adrian's in the chat. Cool. Yeah, well, it's just jumping on a bit of a random Christmas Eve sort of chin wag, really. I just thought I haven't put out a video in ages. Oh, wow, Jane Callan, all the way from Thailand. Flipping heck. Wow, that's cool. You guys crushed it with the T-shirts. I was just floored by some of the figures you put out. Well done. Got Catherine in. Cool. Yeah, it appears to be working. I appear to be live. I think the quality's okay. So do let me know if there's any audio issues. I've got my microphone here. So yeah, is everyone ready for Christmas? I got pretty much all my Christmas presents and Christmas shopping done way ahead of time, really, this year, which is quite a surprise, really. To be honest with you, most people I know that I'm buying present for, they're like either easy to get for, or they just say, "Oh, can you get us an Amazon voucher or something?" So I think that's the way of the world these days. You know, a lot of people just get what they actually want. It's a tricky one, really. So just thought I'd come on, talk about fourth quarter, how it's gone. Also wanted to talk about how the final results for the charity auction, and all told after that's done. So I'll go straight into that, actually. So I just wanted to, there's been a few donations that have still trickled in, which was cool. So we'll get the calculator up and we'll work out a final total. Cheers, it's been a good Q4. Back on it, 2nd of Feb. Can't wait to get eBay. Oh, you're back then? Wow, cool. Yeah, that'll be good. So the final totals for the two charities for I'm just looking at my other screen here to see the totals for the cancer research charity. We had 95 supporters for a grand total of £2,736, which is nearly 550% over what I thought it was going to get to, stupidly, which is just, incredible. And then the Macmillan one was, wow, actually that's crazy. We've had another donation in from Ian Henderson that came through from Nick's Furby video, which was nice. Another £20 there. So it's actually gone up since I've last looked, which is £5,040. So yeah, if we add that, £5,040, our grand total is £7,776. Wow. Yeah. £7,776. That is incredible, guys. That is, and there was 175 supporters on that one, so that is 270 donations that we had, which is just phenomenal. So just wanted to say, because I know I said it in Nick's video when we did the roundup, but I just wanted to say on my channel, thank you to everybody who was involved in that. I did receive one of the lots that I won, which is I received all the lots that I won, should I say, which is the Playing with Power Nintendo guide, which I'm going to be having a look through, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to have a look at over Christmas. I did get the thing off Tap Peddler as well, the Rockstar beanie hat, but I can't remember where I've put it. I think I know where it is, but I did wear it for a while, and then it's in a coat pocket somewhere or something like that. But that was really cool. He sent a lovely letter with that as well, which was really nice. And he sent me a Christmas card, which was really nice of him. So thank you for that. I've got Shazad in the chat. Adrian, just catch up on that. Speaking of the devil, Tap Peddler. Can't stay. I'm heading out for a meal and pantomime. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Yeah, cheers, mate. Same to you. As I said, it's only just going to be a quick sort of live stream because no, I'm doing anything particularly. I went out sourcing today, of all things. To be fair, just popped around a few charity shops. Went to a pawn shop and some other secondhand shops. Bought a few bits, but that was more just sort of like to satisfy my own curiosity. I'd done all the posting that I needed to, and I was just like, I'll just do it for a bit of fun. And in the thumbnail, you can see one of the things I picked up, which is a Furby. So pretty cool. So this won't be destroyed. This will go on eBay. Shame I didn't get it before Christmas, but I'll still pop it on there, which is pretty cool. Yeah. What have we got? So, yeah, Steve, no worries, mate. Yeah, give us a buzz. I've got Kelly in. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, I've not been buying at all. I've really not been buying. I've been trying to work through the backlog. Spare room where a lot of the stuff was stored was a nightmare. It was sort of stuff all on the floor, all on a spare bed. My father-in-law's coming to stay over Christmas, so I had the ultimatum of this has to be sorted right now. So yeah, it did get sorted, but there's like a stack of boxes right here. You can't see it, and then there's one sort of just down here of Amazon boxes that I need to do, and then the rest has had to go in storage because I can't keep it in the house anymore. It's not fair. We've got to have a spare room for people to come to stay. Oh, hey, Paul, reselling Polly. Cool. Just seeing who's in the chat. Brilliant. So, yeah, what I wanted to talk about. Fourth quarter this year, it has been tough. I'm not going to lie. The summer, I don't know. The summer was better sale. This is the best summer probably I've ever had reselling. It was surprising how good the summer was. But come sort of September time, my sales just went off an absolute, cliff edge. I mean, I did slow up on the listing front. I was focusing on clearing the backlog and getting rid of stuff, whether that's just chucking it to charity, donating. Obviously, the cancer charity auction took up some time, doing tax returns, stuff like that. So I did take some time away. I wasn't sending stuff into Amazon as much. And plus, Amazon absolutely dicked me over, excuse my French, with the DVD restrictions and now also the Apple restrictions as well. So, I not that I really sold much Apple stuff, but, it all adds up. So, all being told, looking at the figures that I this time compared to the last year, I'm 65% down on last year's fourth quarter sales, which is a decent amount, really. I mean, some of that's going to be Brexit uncertainty, and I won't go into the politics of that, but that I think a lot of people are finding that is a factor. But I'm certainly taking that into account. I'm still down on last year. Now, I haven't been buying as much RA. That is another factor. Not because of not wanting to do it. It's just I've just not seen any. I mean, normally there's that big Christmas hot item, and some people are saying, "Oh, it's the Fortnite Monopoly and this and that," but I couldn't quite see the traction because even in that, it was only a very small profit. It wasn't one of those to the moon ones because it was made by Hasbro. So I think there was only about 8 to 10 quid profit in it. So you're paying 24 quid, I think it was, or whatever it was, and you're making 12 quid. It's all right, but yeah, it didn't have that same buzz as other years. How many years have you been selling online for comparison? 6 years full time, and then part time before that. I think 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Yeah. So it's been a gradual ramping up from that point, and this year it's dipped back down again. Which, you know, I've still done enough to pay the mortgage, pay the bills, that sort of thing, but it's not continued upwards. So I'm trying to analyze what I've done wrong, what things are different, that sort of thing. I also found out I was resting on my laurels somewhat, that I realized I was too heavily invested, say, for example, in DVDs, that I just got too many of them. And then when that restriction came in, you know, it was the rug was proverbially pulled from underneath me as such. So then I've been clearing a lot of that sort of the DVDs and that sort of stuff to some of the media buyers, Magpie, Ziffit, all those ones. Then also CEX, just to get rid of them, to free up some cash flow, and also just to free up some space as well. Let's have a quick look in the chat. I've got Vicky in. Hey, Vicky. Johnny Mango. Hey, the World Events. Hey. I know it's a bit of a random stream. I could have put a post about it, but I just thought I'd jump on here before Christmas craziness and all that. I've just been out to do some shopping and flipping heck. Well, I went to the post office, dropped stuff off at the post office in the car park just near there. It was ridiculous. I actually did my Christmas shopping, food shopping, last night at 2 in the morning. It was like 1:30, 2 in the morning. And I had this really bizarre moment where I just looked around and looked at all the other people in the supermarket and thought, what? Because it was actually quite busy, and there was like families in there with like 8 to 12-year-old kids at like 2 in the morning going around buying turkey and stuff. It was bizarre. It was weird. Oh, we've got Peter in. Hey, Peter. Yeah, Merry Christmas, mate. Give me a shout if you're online over the Christmas period. No, I'll be online. I'm going to be streaming on my gaming channel. I've picked up some new games for that. So if anyone is bored, I will be online. All that clearing takes time, so not listing new exciting stuff. Yeah, I think that's what's done it. I think because I started listing again, and sales peaked up a bit, not with the new stuff, but with the old stuff. So activity on both eBay and Amazon seemed to cause that. You're so right, Sam. Yeah, it is shitty of Amazon to do that. I mean, they do. I mean, they're now pushing. I'm always grumbling about them, but they're now pushing the scheme where brands are to sell direct to customers and cutting out any kind of dealer middle, section. And that's an issue. It's something that I've got to think about, and I've got to think about different places where I can liquidate stock. And by liquidating some stuff now, it's kind of given me an insight into actually it's quite difficult as a business to liquidate stocks, because places like Magpie, Ziffit, both of those categorically in their T&Cs say they don't deal with businesses. We Buy Books is different. They don't mind businesses. You can actually, if you sell a certain quantity to We Buy Books, they give you the option of opening a pro account, which you get an extra, so 10 or 15%, and you just click apply, and that's like a pro trader account. That's worth doing, and they don't mind it as businesses. But a lot of the stuff that I had were duplicates, and that was a real issue because places didn't want to take multiple quantities. Ziffit did, but you had to send them all in at once, so they take up to 5 of the same thing. What else have we got? People going nuts for Christmas, shops only shut. Yeah, it's crazy. People, I saw it was 2 in the morning, and I saw this family with kids with 2 trolleys full to the brim of food. And I thought, one way you're going to put that, you've got to have the biggest fridge in the world to fit all that in. Oh, hey, Mike. And two, you're not going to eat. You're not going to eat it all. I mean, I went wild, and for me, you know, I went mad. I think I spent about 70 quid, and that's going mad for me. I'm normally in the reduced section up to my elbows in stuff that's going off. But yeah, even I went a bit wild. You kind of get swept up in it, really. You think, yeah, people just go nuts, don't they? Like the world's going to end or something. Let's have a look in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I just felt like weird. That, like, when you're at a car boot or something, I wouldn't even blink. Well, no, I would blink spending 70 quid, but you know, if it's a business decision, you buying something for 70, you can sell for 300, you just do that. But when it comes to something like food, or when I buy clothes or something, and I'm like procrastinating like crazy, but I'm down on my hands and knees looking at the, you know, price per 100 grams and comparing it. It's like, come on, Tom, what are you doing? Yeah, so yeah, I'm certainly going to be putting on weight over Christmas. So have you got any questions in the chat? Just while I you know, waffle on. But yeah, I think I'd be interesting to see what sales are like this January and February. Just, you know, across the board on different things, whether it's somewhat similar, or I did find Black Friday and all that garbage. There was a Cyber Monday. There was a slight peak in sales, but not that much really. And I am selling commodity items as well, so you know, you would think on those sort of things they would. But let's have a quick look. Any reselling plans for next year? Got some pretty big things going on next year, which I can't go into yet. You know, around Easter time, I should be able to come out with some more information on that, which will be for the most of next year going forward. So that's exciting, but that's not really reselling related. Reselling related, I don't know. I always say, oh, I'll look into selling on Etsy or those sort of things, but I've only got so many hours in the day, and I just feel that if I'm, like I've done with clearing stock, if I'm looking into that and building that up, then it's suffering somewhere else. So I think for me, the plan for next year is to clear the backlog, get rid of one storage unit, get it all cleared out, and be realistic about Amazon, because of the new way they're structuring their long-term storage fees. They don't want it there for more than a year. So anything that's long tail like that, I'm going to list on Amazon and on probably and on eBay. List them at the same time, be really strict, and have all of that in storage, sort of merchant fulfilled, so it's all ready to go in boxes, so I know what's going on. I think that's really the only thing. I am looking into other YouTube ideas. Thinking about starting up another channel, more not reselling related, like tips and stuff like that, which I'll be able to go into later. But yeah, so really, I think that's it. I want to try and do some more boot sales, get rid of some of the, you know, the kind of stock you buy at the time you think, oh, that's good, and then you get home and there's a stain on it, or something that you could sort, but you just haven't got the time to. So like, I've got a load of consoles which they work, but they're a bit crappy condition, that sort of thing, and I'll just let somebody else deal with them. Do you know what I mean? Those sort of like meh, because I end up with piles of meh just around, the stuff which isn't the cream of the crop. Because what I've been doing is I've been taking the cream of the crop off, the easy to list stuff, and then that kind of middle, and I've been getting rid of the rubbish, but it's that kind of middle stuff which is like, it's, you know, it's good, it's got some value, but it's not enough to yeah. Hey, we've got Z in the chat. Bought any nice prezzies for yourself? A couple of PS4 games I bought. I did those in the Black Friday video that I did. Space Hulk, and there's another one as well. And I did. What else did I buy? I can't remember. I really can't remember. Have I got any of it up there? No, most of it's been packed away. Bought myself a new keyboard for my Mac. From CEX, but that's only because the enter button on my keyboard stopped working. But it's hardly the most interesting present. But you know, when something's been annoying you for a while, and I've not been able, I've actually this enter button on the other keyboard broke, so I've had to been using this one. It's such a small little thing, but it can really slow up your workflow. So I was actually stupidly happy to get a new keyboard. Sad, but true. All right, let's have a quick look at in the Kelly's asked plans for next year. I'm trying to find anything different. Yeah, potentially. I want to try and get back into the antiques and collectible side. The problem is I just absolutely hate listing that sort of stuff on eBay. It drives me bonkers. I know there's good money in it, but it's like it's not quick, it's slow. So I do want to try and push that again. I may have mentioned it in another video, I did get rid of my antiques booth. It was costing too much, and I just wasn't giving it the time or dedication. I've just got one antique sort of single glass cabinet left, so I'm going to be pushing that next year, and then give that till sort of about Easter time. If it doesn't work out till then, I'll just cut my losses on that and move on. Don't do Christmas Day at home, off to the parents. I buy cheese and pork, that's it. Oh, cool. I'm doing Christmas Day at home this year. And then I'm off on the relative, rally run on Boxing Day, go around my grandpa's and my sisters and my dad's and stuff like that. So, yeah, Christmas has been, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, I've got Antiques and Collectibles. Hey, me too. Plan to sell at one. Yeah, I really need to get into selling of the boots. It's so early. The starts are, and I just think I can't. And this year, it was like lovely weather all year, and I did one boot sale, but the others I was like, oh, it's too hot, and then it's too early. Silly. I would ask for tips on how not to end up keeping stock, but you're probably the worst person to hear. I think you're catching me up, mate, with what you've got there. I really do. There's no point asking Nick either, because he's just as bad. Oh, hey, Lisa. The Y key on my laptop keyboard stopped working. Oh God, I bet that's well annoying. Like, at least I could get around the enter button with the other one, but God, that would be so annoying. Tell you one upgrade that I made this year. With what I did with a load of the DVDs, I took them to CEX, and instead of getting cash from them, because then it makes accounting a bit tricky. What I did is I got in-store credit, and then I used that credit to buy myself a laptop. So I got a Mac laptop, and that has been a game changer in terms of doing work, because I'm able to then take that to the storage unit and work out of there. So I'm not bringing the stock home, listing it home, taking it back to the storage unit. And you know, when you just feel like a dung beetle, like you've moved the same item 4 times and it's not actually listed yet. I was really getting that feeling that I was just shuffling shite about and not actually listing it. So that's really helped, because I was able to use I've got like a 4G mobile internet thing, connect to that, do all the listings and the photos, and it's all there. And then, so I've got it all in front of me, which that made a big, because before that point, I hadn't even got a laptop. So I know some people do it on tablet and that sort of thing. But yeah, that was a big game changer. And also it was a useful thing for the credit, clearing the DVDs out. So it worked out well. And then then I wasn't sitting on credit that I'd forget about and lose the piece of paper and stuff. Why don't you hire a lister? Shazad, if I could find somebody to come and list stuff for me, that would be an absolute dream. But I cannot find anybody who will do that. I've had a couple. There was a guy in a sort of like over. It's sort of in between Derby and Nottingham. It's sort of going on the way towards Leicester, and he would list stuff. But he was very much into antiques and collectibles. Nice bloke, but he was slow. And he would only list it at auctions, basically do a 99p auction. He did okay keywords, but it would be on his eBay, and then he would pay me, I think it was half of what it sold. Basically, after fees and all that, we'd go halves on it. So that was all right, but it's finding someone to do that, because you've got to be careful that even if they're self-employed and they're freelancing to you, if you're the only person who pays them, I spoke to my accountant about this. It's a bit iffy that is, because it's sort of circumventing the employment laws that HMRC don't really like if you're the sole sort of source of income for them, even if they're self-employed. And then I don't really want to go down the route of hiring somebody, because then it's having a workspace for them, all the paperwork that's associated. It's not something that would interest me at all. So I would love a lister, but realistically, it's not going to happen. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. If I have to go suddenly, by the way, it's because a parcel might be arriving. So if you can hear any noise in the background, it could be that. Okay, bear with me. Just looking at the chat. To be honest, I only sold 2 boot sales this year. I was planning on selling it more, but it was so hot. Yeah, that's the thing. It was really, really off-putting, the heat was. As a seller as well, because you're like stood there all day it was hot, wasn't it? So blaming heat stroke. Okay, Mike's Graphics. I've got stock going back 5 years. That was bad buys in the first place, but persuaded me. Good idea. Yeah. Oh, hey BCP. Sorry, I'm just catching back on the chat, so I appreciate everyone for bearing with me. Yeah, no worries, Adrian. Have a good Christmas, pal. I like to deal as quick as possible, pre-packing too, not to touch it again. Yeah, you're totally right. It's about how many times you handle that item, and I'm really trying to get better at that. Problem is, I often get deals on stuff, particularly say with DVDs, and I'm buying less DVDs now, but with computer games that are scratched, because no one else won't touch them. I can put them through the polishing machine, get them all right, but then I end up hoarding these piles of ones that need sorting. Hire a VA. I'm looking at one at the moment. Yeah, you see, I just don't feel I could find someone to fill that role. Okay, if you're selling, you've got, say, 20 different product lines, 20, 30 different product lines, they're all brand new. Fair enough. Say, you're selling like iPhone cables or something silly like that. Most people could do that. But if you're trying to sell a one-off, I don't know, one-off piece of jewelry or one-off item or something, I don't think a VA is going to be much help, really. Okay, I'm looking at one at the moment. Take your key to answer. Oh God, don't! I'm not getting locked in the porch. Still having traumatic experiences. Do you know? I still haven't got a spare key cut, so the possibility of being locked in the porch could very well happen over Christmas. Oh, we've got Bonafide Hustler in the chat. We've got the Man Celebrity in the chat. Flipping heck. What about another reseller? Well, I've heard Zahir isn't very busy at the moment, so if he's interested in listing for me, then yeah, he needs to. I can pay him in KFC. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it, really. I mean, just have a little waffle about what the plans are for next year. Exciting stuff. I want to do some videos. I picked up. Oh, it's downstairs, but I picked up a GoPro like the one Nick had got. So I'm going to try and do some filming at boot sales next year. It's just awkward how it's going to look. I don't, because if there's like kids around and stuff like that, I don't want to look like a weirdo. Well, I already do look like a weirdo, but you know what I mean. I don't want to look like a creepy weirdo. A creepy, you know what I mean. And have it somewhere. I don't want a crotch cam like Z had that time. That's creepy. But just to have it say, then have like a hoodie or something, so it's sort of obvious but not obvious. It's either, I think you've either got to go covert or you've literally got to slap it on your shoulder, that kind of thing. And then I think, how's that going to affect sales if I'm buying stuff? Maybe if I'm selling at a boot sale, that might be interesting. Don't know. Well, let me know your thoughts. Hey, sure, Tom. I'll pop over. No KFC though. I'm low carb. Low carb. Low carb. Why, Zahir? Why are you going low carb at Christmas? Okay. Right. Need to go. Annual Christmas Eve Pizza Hut meal. Nice. Did you see how Rally Roots concealer cameras rucksack backstrap? I know. I'll check that out, man. Yeah. I know there's a channel called Game Boys Are Awesome. I met him at the car boot sale once. He's sort of semi-local, and he has it where he's got a t-shirt underneath and then like a zip-up hoodless jacket type thing, and has it just there. But the problem he has is his zip catches on it, so you get a lot of audio interference. So yeah, no worries. Catch you later. That's all good. Been doing it every week now. Is that why you sounded so depressed on the live streams here when you were on Fortnite? Yeah, that's the thing, Kelly. You'll have sellers crapping themselves thinking you're HMRC. Definitely, that is a worry that people think you are that. So I don't know. I might do it. I don't really go around the charity shops much, but if I do go around them, maybe I'll try it then. I'm not sure if anybody has any like amazing ideas or stuff that they want to see videos about, that sort of thing. Just drop them either now in the chat or afterwards in the doobly-doo. I've heard they make pink crotch cams aimed at the female market called Snatch Cam. More fruit and veggies, star jumps, and you'll be in no time, Z. No, the desperation was playing Fortnite. Yeah, I think you were needing those carbs, mate. The weird thing is, I've not been on a diet, and I've been eating absolute rubbish, and I've lost weight. Weird. Well, I've not been drinking alcohol. That's the big thing. So yeah, I've been saving myself for Christmas. Also, sometime around the new year, there's going to be a video which I've been working on for flipping ages as well. So I'll probably put that over Christmas, and then I've got a video I'm working on as well when I went to go and see the Prodigy. It's not reselling related. I've been trying to do it so it complies with fair use. It's a nightmare, but yeah. Cool. Well, we've been going over half an hour. I just wanted to jump on quick anyway and just wish everyone a happy Christmas, really, because this year's flown by. It's I just can't believe it's going to be 2019 soon. It's crazy, but yeah. So the big plans for next year. Can't go into it yet, but it's exciting. It's interesting, and yeah, it should change things and mix things up a little bit, and then possibility of another channel coming soon with more sort of practical life advice, some how-to videos, stuff like that. Just be interesting with sort of practical background. Suggestion for a video: step-by-step how to use Amazon FBA. I tried signing up, but that would be a whole massive series. It's something I thought about, but it's difficult to do with like kind of not data protection, but showing all your personal information. And like I would, blur, and I wouldn't know how to do it, but I could certainly give some general advice about my workflow. Yeah, the Christmas deckies, BCP are. I'm really festive. Do you know what? Today is the first day that I've started to feel a bit festive. I am the biggest Scrooge known to man, and I had Cliff Richard stuck in my head all morning. So yeah, I'm Christmassy for about 3 days a year, and that's it. And then my favorite day of the year is the day after Boxing Day, because then I don't have to think about Christmas for another year. So that is my favorite day. Word of the day video, like that was Darren, like the really old video form. Yeah, cool. Should do a Time with Tom channel. Times with Tom. Yeah, I wanted to do something food related as well, or tea related, but I don't know. Too many ideas, not enough time. That's my problem. Well, yeah, exactly, Darren. This is actually a snow scene behind. It's just my camera's not picking it up properly. Yeah, I certainly I do want to do like the FBA type video. It's just it's a difficult one to do. Definitely. It's far more complicated than eBay, and it really depends what you're selling. I mean, I could do an FBA video about how to sell brand new and sealed products. That'd be a doddle, because you just click new, done. I could do merchant fulfilled is the same. Once you get your head around that process, it does become easier. But they put, to be honest, I'm still learning about it because they change the game quite often. So yeah. We could be separated at birth and the same with Christmas. Yeah, do you know what it is? I used to love Christmas when I was a kid. I really did. But then it was a point at which I was, a late teenager, early 20s, and I just wanted to spend time with my mates. And Christmas was in the way of drinking and that sort of thing. And then as I became a bit older, I gradually was sick of hearing about the amazingness of Christmas in August, and the gradual creep that retailers have done to push sales to get people to buy. I've not liked the way it devalues the sort of true nature of Christmas. Like I love the sort of true nature of Christmas. I mean, I celebrate Christmas not from a religious point of view, but from a celebration type point of view, and that is great. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy going to see family, but also on the flip side, there's a lot of weird greed and stuff like that associated with Christmas, which gives sort of a negative aspect. But then I love seeing the look on my niece's faces when we give them gifts and stuff like that. So that's cool, But it's the commercializing of it that is a bit weird. And talking about booking a Christmas Day meal in August is, it feels like it's going to get to the point where the whole year is about Christmas. Grumble over. I'll stop now. Okay. I've done about 600 plus orders in the last 30 days on Amazon. Wow, that's fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas as a reseller, because if it wasn't for Christmas, I wouldn't sell as much stuff this time of year. It's great, but it's a knife that cuts both ways, because I also don't like it because of the commercializing of it, because it pushes people, especially sort of people maybe of a less financially secure position that haven't got much money, to thinking that they've got to get the toys for little Jimmy, otherwise he won't be happy. And that's sickening, and that's what I don't like. So I'm part of the solution and part of the problem in equal measure. So yeah, exactly, Dan. Think of little Zahir's face when he gets his S Club merch. It makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, he must be excited this year to get all that S Club merch. Okay, let's just. Oh, we've got Tat on the Tyne, minor celebrity, hanging out with Johnny Vegas in the chat. When I do my FBA step-by-step series, that's a blur, a lot of info, takes a lot of editing. Yeah, Darren, I remember your series. It was really good, actually. Darren's done some good videos on it, and there was, gosh, what's his name? There's an American guy, Michael Pearson, is it? I can't remember his name. He did a really good video about it, which is still pretty current. There's a couple of extra steps where they talk about has this book got a battery in it, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Cool. Well, I hope everyone has a, yeah, that's it. Michael Pierce, that's it. Top bloke, really, really nice guy. He's gone through a lot. I won't go into it, but he's had a rough time, but he's doing really good now. So that's good to hear. But yeah, I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas. I will resume doing videos. Probably try and get some out between Christmas and New Year. But that will be back in 2019, strong with some videos. And yeah, thanks everyone in the chat for also the minor celebrities that have jumped in the chat. You all have a wonderful Christmas. Thanks for all the Christmas cards that people have sent me as well. I haven't read out, but yeah. And I'll see you all soon. Just last things in the chat before I go. Okay, minus graphics. I do easy bit. Say the system. Yeah, 3 steps. Get to a place that was plateful. Oh, nice, nice. Cool. Yeah. All the best, everyone. Merry Christmas. I will see you in the new year. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that goodness. Yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.